Welcome back, everybody. My name is Eltimar, and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2. I am actually re-recording this video because if you noticed in the last video, the audio was very distorted and wrong. The reason for that is my microphone decided to reset itself to default, which was 100%. And so now it sounds like I was not yelling into the camera, but just very distorted. So hopefully this one will be much better, back to the normal audio quality that I aim for. I reset it back to what it was supposed to be. Where we left off last time, we had just finished off the lizardmen and like pretty much the entire group of lizardmen, and now we are back in Hicliff. Good to see you in one piece. Any sign of my employers? They were killed by an evil cleric and raised as his undead minions. Here's the pay they had set aside for you. Really? How awful. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Here, take some of the gold for yourself. You earned it. Diplomacy. I could have ended up as a zombie. I think you owe me a little bit more. I don't think so. I gave you half already, and I'm willing to bet you found a lot more valuable things in those ruins. It's true. Well, thank you for the help. I'm off. May your journey go well. Hopefully this time the sound will be much better, because last time I ran it through, I tried to edit it out a little bit, because as you may have noticed, the audio quality was really bad in the last video, so hopefully it's all good now. Let's talk to Elder Main. Have you any news regarding the lizard folk? I've killed them all off. The attack should stop now. We must ensure that the lizard folk do not return. I will gather the men and lead an attack on their lair to drive away any who remain. Trying to get killed. Now I have a ship to catch. And so here we are down at the docks. Let's talk to Zakin. He lets his wife do the talking. Thank you so much for finding the boys. Andrew just returned home. Zakin and I owe you so much. Yes, again you've shown me the meaning of courage. Ilmatar bless you. There's a reward for this, I hope. Without question, for what I have done, or for what you have done, Jira and I owe you the lives of our entire family. Andrew shall be raised to have that same honor and character that you possess. He will learn from your deeds. You'll just convince him to get into more trouble next time. I don't understand. What do you mean by that? You told your son that I killed 1,000 dark dwarves and lizardmen. You told him what, Zakin? This is rather embarrassing. I want my son to grow up with the courage that I lack. I was hoping he'd find you a role model. Zakin, you fool, do you truly believe that of yourself? The two of us are going to need to have a little talk. If you're going to tell them stories, at least tell them stories about me. I will strive to be more prudent with my tales in the future. Please accept this gift from the two of us. We are forever in your debt. I want more than just an amulet. The amulet was handed down to my father, and from my father to myself. It has not seen any use for 3 generations now. I entrust it to you. Jira and I can also pay you some of the gold we have been saving. We were saving the money for a new horse to plow the fields, but the money is nothing next to the safety of our son. We won't take up any more of your time. Thank you for bringing Andrew back. You'll be forever in our prayers. Good job. Junie. I don't see William with you. Have you not found him yet? I'm going to lie and say your husband is dead. I saw his body. William, I knew it. I just knew it. I must let the elder know he has blood on his hands. How did it happen? Did you take care of whatever killed him? Looks like he was killed by bears. Bears? Around Hicliff? I knew of wolves, but not bears. I don't know what to do. I relied on William for so long. He will take care of the children and the farm. I'm sure he'll be fine. You're right. I must be strong for my child and myself. I appreciate the effort you made on my behalf. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to be alone for a while. Goodbye. Ah, there you are. We took up a collection here at the village and have a surprise for you. There's enough there to pay for your passage to Neverwinter. It's not a lot, but you've done so much that we had to find some way of showing our appreciation. I'd also like you to have this armor. It's been in our village for generations and hasn't seen much action. I thought you might be able to put it to better use. And this is the best you could do? I'm afraid so. We are not a wealthy people, but we do what we can. Humble rewards from a grateful village. Thank you again. Now I believe you have a ship to board. Safe travels to you. Yep, time to go. Yeah, my stomach's already started churning. How long is this trip? Oh, do be quiet, Kelgar. Enjoy the waves while you can. I'll say. And it'll be nice to travel without being hunted for once. Cutscene.
The shard you have found, show it to me. Yes, Sierra? Sierra? Is that what you sought?
No, it is much more. Forget the betrayer. Forget our vengeance. These shards, they must all be found. Whatever forces you need, we shall grant you, but these shards must be ours.
Of course, Sierra. It shall be done.
There's a little bit of information about what we're up against. Someone named Zieri.
Dalrin. Lord Dalrin now, I hear.
Who's there?
Come now. You remember? Has it really been so long?
You... But you died at the battle at West Harbor.
Delayed, perhaps. My imprisonment was most distressing. But dead? Now how could I die with so much left unfinished? And there is so much more left to do.
I think he's dead. Some pitiful lord dies, who cares? He should have been able to defend himself. He should have taken more class skills and not dying.
So this is Neverwinter? Suppose it's passable for a city built by humans. Can't say I care for it though. You want a proper city, you build down, not up.
This place feels unnatural. The wood and stone, it's as if they've been silenced.
I wish you'd both be silent. The entire trip was just one long whine from the two of you.
Oh, me stomach feels funny. This boat rocks like a baby's cradle.
This water is so unnatural and deep, not like the swamp of dead people I grew up in. Not that I've got great memories of this place, but it's home. So, where are we going first?
Well, we need equipment. Let's look around for a shop.
Good idea. I've got a few things I need to unload as well. Let's not be too obvious though, alright? The docks can get kind of rough at times.
What are you nervous about?
Me? I'm not nervous. Just being careful, that's all. Believe me. I know Neverwinter pretty well. Let's get going. I've got gold burning a hole in my pouch and I'm looking to spend it.
Alright, so we finally arrived in Neverwinter, again for me. I do know pretty much exactly where to go. We're actually going to go to Duncan's store first. Which is... that's Sand's shop right there, so this is the tavern here. We'll go to the merchants in a minute. We're just going to get some stuff done quickly as possible. Duncan Farlong is here.
Well now, what can I do for you? Bit of venom for the belly, perhaps? Or maybe a tankard or two to shave the edge off your day?
I'm looking for my Uncle Duncan.
Uncle Duncan? That sounds a bit familiar. If you're here to collect on some debt, I'll tell you that Duncan's a drunk fool without 2 coppers to his name.
Hagen sent me.
Hagen, eh? So the time's come, has it? Trouble's chasing on your heels, and you barely know why. Suppose Hagen told you less than half of what you need to know, then sent you packing. Don't take it hard. Done it to me twice in my life. All for good reason. I can probably guess why you're here, but why don't you go ahead and tell me anyway?
Dagon told me to seek you out, that you might know something of the silver shards recovered from the battle at West Harbor.
Oh, did he? Nothing more than I did years ago. Plain silver near as we could tell. You and those shards were all that were left of that West Harbor battle.
Duncan, I thought you said that shard was magic, didn't you?
Trace of an enchantment on it is what that eel sand said. But nothing of importance. Probably residue from demon's fire, or maybe wizard magic.
Demon's fire? Sounds important to me.
And that, Sal, is why you are cleaning tables and I own this place. Those shards were magic, yes, a trace. But again, it was sand. And he's a fool. Anyway, barely worth mentioning. More sentimental value than anything else. That really why you came all this way? To hear about your mother?
Yes, I brought another shard, and it's definitely magic.
You brought it here? Dug it up from those ruins? Now why in the nine hells would you go digging up the past like that? Look, and listen. There's no good in picking up history's bones, especially where that warlock's concerned. I heard the tales, and Hagen told me what happened at West Harbor that night.
Can I see the other shard, please?
Here. I've always kept it close for some reason. Didn't want to leave it out of my sight. Seemed unremarkable. But I find that sometimes time will tell. Had Sand examine it a long time ago, but he turned up nothing.
Can Sand look at these again?
Well, it's worth a shot. But don't pay him any coin in advance, that's all I'll say. In fact, that Viper would be best off.
Ah, it seems I've arrived just in time to deflect the usual barrage of slander from the local innkeeper.
Sand.
Yes, it is good to see you're still sober enough to recognize me, Duncan. Past the stale beer, vinegar, faint sweat, failed aspirations, unwashed tunic. I thought perhaps you had already had one tankard too many for the day, but... Why, your guest here has the smell of a harbin about them. Faint, but there. I thought Duncan was keeping company too good for him. Now I see I was right. Duncan, you could learn a few things from your guest.
Still passing off those 2 copper fairweather charms to the locals, Sand?
You have no appreciation for my talents, and after all I've done for you. To think you could survive a fortnight without my ale purgative. Why, you would be buried in the tombs with the rest of the Neverwinter traitors. A betrayer of barkeepers everywhere. But enough about you and your adventurous exploits on the tavern floor. I heard my name mentioned, and oddly enough, almost in a tone that suggested I could help.
This here's kin.
I'm not really seeing the family resemblance.
And we need your help concerning the shard. Both of them.
Shard? That chunk of silver you showed me so long ago? I do hope you're not going to try to pawn it to me again. I am no longer interested. Besides, as I recall, you said the piece of junk had sentimental value, which upon viewing your establishment is perfectly understandable. Besides, didn't your uncle or cousin or brother or whatever make off with the other shard? I thought you only had one now.
It found its way back, so to speak. We need you to look at both of them again. Properly this time.
Oh, very well. Give them here and let me see what my keen arcane senses can determine. Well, it seems to have some resentment to being scryed. That is quite different than last time. Are you sure these are the same shards? The power in them? Why, it's definitely stronger than last time. Much stronger.
Oh, so now they're magical. I'm not paying you for 2 failed divinations, you charlatan.
It's not a matter of divination, you one-tankard drunk. There is something about these shards. Without knowing their history, even my considerable talents cannot unlock their mysteries.
Oh, one drink drunks. How could you not sense the magic in these shards? I can tell just by holding them.
Because he's incompetent?
Duncan, the more I speak to your kin here, it's evident where the sense in the family went. Since you seem to have been given all the brains of the family, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. But I do know the shards did not have the same strength the first time I examined them. There could be something about you that causes them to resonate, but I have no idea why that would be.
Well, it doesn't sound like there's much we can do now.
You could try and speak to Algernon, but I don't think you'd have much luck reaching him. The Black Lake District is closed down. Algernon lives in the Black Lake District, you see, and now he's trapped there. The watch has it locked tight. No one going in or out, no messages in or out, even for the nobles that used to live there. Quite cryptic, really.
Great, I'll probably have to jump through a wall of fire to get in, right?
I heard about that. Lord Dalrin was killed, wasn't he? I've heard rumors, but no official word of what happened.
As have I. Not only are the Watch not talking about it, but they even called in the Cloak Tower mages to investigate, which means sorcery or demons were at work.
Or
Demons?
warlocks.
Closest I've ever come to demons is Hagen's tales about the battles down south near West Harbor, when there was that trouble with the King of Shadows.
That's foreshadowing. Get it? King of Shadows?
Some sorcerer, I believe, had a number of demons and shadows at his beck and call. Not many tales left about that period of Neverwinter history, oddly enough.
But you say this Aldenon might know more, Sand?
Well, if you're not a member of the Watch, or know a secret route into Black Lake, then you're out of luck. So it seems like you have no choice but to let me examine the shards at my leisure. I'll need to hold on to them, of course.
Wait, Watch or secret route? Not bad ideas. Either way the coin lands. Hell, there's Marshal Cormac. He's currently at the city watch post, and I know he's in bad need of an extra sword arm down at the docks.
Cormac from Fort Locke?
Yes, I heard he got back to Neverwinter recently. Surprised he even made it with the troubles I've heard around Fort Locke.
Trust me, you don't know the half of it.
Cormac's a harborman too. And folks of the harbor are as close to kin as you can get out of the mare. He might be able to take you into the watch. And from there, speaking to Aldenon shouldn't be too hard.
And if I don't want to join the Watch?
Then you need to find another route into the Black Lake District. And that means dealing with other folks that try to control the docks. Moya and her gang.
Oh, there's an idea, Duncan. They probably were behind the Watch closing the Black Lake District in the first place.
That's a possibility, actually. Where can I find some of our men?
Well, she's got thugs all over the docks. But finding one who can get you to her?
There's Caleb. He used to try to get me to pay him gold for protection before I told him about the wards I'd inscribed on the building that caged the Guardian Elementals. Long story, but quick resolution.
Caleb, maybe. But I don't trust that harbor rat to give you a fair deal. And the price will be steep, in bodies or coin. He doesn't like being the only one with blood on his hands.
Doesn't sound like someone we should put our faith in.
Obviously, you've never dealt with the Watch in Neverwinter, Kelgar. Dealing with Caleb is probably our best chance.
Still, the chances are simply talking to Caleb will make you want to kill him, so it seems a clear win to me. If you do speak to him, though, be sure to do it downwind.
So joining the Watch, upholding the law, or descending into crime?
That's pretty much how it stands. You can find Cormac in the watch post near the Dolphin Bridge that leads to the Merchant Quarter. He needs help, so it shouldn't be much of a tough sell to join up.
Caleb should be lounging around the corner east along the main road. Just follow the smell. If you want to join with him, he'll probably ask you to hurt or kill someone, so be warned.
I'll mark both on your map. Help you get your bearings.
Well, you can certainly find your way into trouble from here. Me, I will head back to my lonely merchant existence. Should you need my expertise, simply ask. But just in case, bring a great deal of gold as well.
Okay, I'll get on that. I'm actually just going to pause in a second here.
Well, there you have it. Talk to Caleb or Cormac. Cormac is at the watch post near the Dolphin Bridge. Caleb should be lounging down the street east along the main road. But while you're here, feel free to make yourself at home. Also, any friend of yours is a friend of mine. Your companions are welcome to stay here as well. Even if you're off on some other journey like the one that sent you here. They're all welcome to make themselves at home whenever they're not traveling with you. That way you'll know where to find them if you need their help later. Sound good?
Alright, I'm off, thanks. Alright, so our companions will actually just head here when we're not using them, which is nice and easy. I'm going to pause the video really quickly just to make sure the sound is okay. It's looking okay on the encoder, but I want to make sure in my audio editing program, so 2 seconds and I'll be right back. Okay, we are ready to continue on our way. Hopefully we'll be able to keep everything working properly. I should really check my microphone volume before I start recording next time. It wasn't supposed to be that way. I don't know why it defaulted to 100%. It's super annoying. I don't know what code exists out there to make that happen, but I wish it didn't. So the watchman's so scared of me, he turns and walks away. You should have seen the look on that merchant's face when he realized he wasn't getting any help. I tell you, Caleb, we own this place. The Watch are either cowards or greedy cowards, willing to run at the drop of a coin. You looking for trouble? Maybe you better walk out of here before we break your legs. I'd like to see you try. Heh, you're lucky I'm not in the mood for a fight right now. You want to tell me what you're doing down here? And if I were you, I'd do it quick. I'm looking for work and was told you might have something for me. Well, I am feeling a bit lazy today. Yeah, sure, I got work for you. There's a shop owner named Hagen. He doesn't seem to understand that I run this side of the docks. He's being difficult. He's refusing to pay the money he owes me for this week. And you want me to persuade him to pay up? What I want is for you to break his arms. He needs a lesson, and he'll still be able to pay, even with his arms snapped like twigs. I do this and you help me out? Handle Hagen for me and we'll talk more about how I can help you with your problem that I didn't tell him about. Hagen's shop is right next to the docks, next to a small courtyard. Come back with the money when you're done. And don't try to steal from me. I've got connections. Cross me and I'll find you. Don't bother trying to scare me. I've handled tougher people than you. You're not off to a good start. Just take care of Hagen for me and we'll figure out who's tougher later. It's me. I'm tougher. I guarantee it. Alright, we're going to go rob Hagen. And eventually we're going to have to sell some stuff because we actually do have a full inventory full of junk. I forgot to empty it out. We'll do that between videos though. Right after we take care of Hagen, we'll go talk to a weaponsmith or something like that. We'll just finish this quest quickly and then I can move on to the next quest that's coming up in a little bit here. We're sort of caught up to where we were before. We're getting there anyways. We're a little bit away, but getting there. Risa. Well met, is there something I can help you with? I'm here to speak with Hagen. That would be my father. Might I ask what you want to speak with him about? I may be able to help instead. Your father owes some money and I'm here to collect it. Caleb sent you, didn't he? I should have guessed it. Your kind can't appreciate fine craftsmanship. My father has already given his answer. We will no longer pay for protection. Wrong answer. Get your father, or I'll drag him out here. And there he is. Look at that. What a shocker. He's right there. You will do no such thing. I can fight. I'll stop you. Stop it. I am here, and I tell you that Caleb will get no more money from me. Your goods are exquisite. I'm impressed. Yes, every piece that I have here is some of the finest craftsmanship. I even count some nobility among my regular customers. Opening a storefront here on the docks has turned out to be a wise decision. I normally get first bids on whatever's floated into the city. You're doing well for yourself. Why risk all of that? Why risk all you've built over a few gold coins? Yes, I understand. This is about principles, though. I've worked hard for everything you see here, and I'm not about to let some brute make a living on my back. It's just a few coins. If your business is doing so well, surely you'd like to protect it from accidents. I will admit that Caleb hasn't been unreasonable with his demands, however I find the sheer idea of paying that brute off to be utterly distasteful. Your business will continue to flourish, isn't that what this is about? I hate to admit it, but you make a great deal of sense. Very well. What? You can't give in to these brutes, father? You are right to stand up to them. Don't listen to her. You're doing the smart thing, Hagen. Yes, here's the payment. Now please, just leave. I must have words with Risa. Thank you for the money. Let's go back and talk to Caleb. Tell him that everything went A-okay with his little plot. We got the protection money. We taught Hagen not to be a worm. Oops, that's not the right way. Where am I going?
How can I help?
Nope.
I believe so.
This way. That's where I'm going. It would help if I go the right direction. Okay, here we go. Not that I don't trust you and all, but I sent one of my boys to keep an eye on you while you spoke with Hagen. I told you to break his arms, not become his best friend. Still, you got the job done. You had me followed? Hey, I needed to know if I could trust you. Look, forget about all of that. Here, this is your share of Hagen's money. There he is. He's the one who took my money. It's so strange to hear that not directed at me. Give it time. Shouldn't be too long before they're blaming us too. So you found yourself a new lapdog to do your dirty work for you, Caleb. Looks like I got you this time. I even have a witness. Heh, nice try. I wasn't there and you know it. That's not what Hagen here says. He says you've been trying to get him to pay for weeks now and finally sent your new friend here to get the gold. Hagen can say whatever he wants. I wasn't there. Let's try and, bribe them. Hagen must be mistaken, Watchman. Here. Will 25 gold compensate you for the time you've wasted? Well, now, that's just thoughtful of you, really. It's just his word against yours. Nothing we can prove. I'm sorry to have troubled you. What? That's the one who stole from me. I want them all arrested. Now, Hagen. I'm sure in the confusion you just got some of your details mixed up. These people don't seem to be the type who would cause trouble like you described. Thank you. I hope you find the real criminals, Watchman. Come with us, Hagen. We've already taken enough time from these nice people. Men, let's go. We still have to patrol to finish up. Sorry for all the trouble. Remember, the City Watch is here to serve. Hey, good work out there. Thanks for getting us out of that mess. What do we do now? We don't do anything. I'm going to lay low for a while. I don't want to give the Watch any more excuses to arrest me. Moira won't like it, though. It means no money will be coming in. Moira? Who's that? My boss. She's a cold woman and not someone you want to cross. Look, Moira's not going to be happy with me bringing this much attention on myself. Could you talk to her for me? You know, kind of explain things to her? Where is she? Her place is north of here. I can mark it on your map. I really appreciate this. Talk to Moira. Explain to her that this isn't my fault. Hey, and if you get on her good side, she might even have some work for you. Okay, we're going to actually end the video here. I'm going to get this one encoding so that we can upload it quickly, and also to make sure the volume is still good. I'm now very paranoid about the volume being shit, so that's what I'm going to do really quickly. I'm also going to go sell some stuff at the non-existent merchant. Oh, he's right there. I'm going to do some shopping, make sure I get everything all taken care of, so that in the next video we'll just be able to move on to Moira's place. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.